The cassava value chain is significant because it provides a crucial source of food and income for millions of people globally. Today, let's take a look at youth in agriculture and the business of cassava processing in Nigeria. Welcome to another episode of LCFE Market Plus. My name is Joy Osamujame. Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're right in time. This is LCFE Market Plus. And on the topic, the business of cassava processing in Nigeria, I have the CEO of Princely Plantation Limited, the person of Charles Ekowa. It's so nice to be on set with you.
Thank you.
Can you imagine he's a farmer? No, I can't.
Thank you.
Indeed, agriculture is beyond farming.
Yes, it is.
Now,
actually.
Charles, I learned that you have 30 hectares
yes,
of cassava plantation.
Yes.
That is huge. Tell me, what spurred your inspiration, your passion into agriculture, and why did you choose the cassava value chain?
So basically, growing up, my grandma was a farmer. And yeah, so she was always talking about farming. We used to hear a lot, I'm going to the farm, I'm going to the farm. So then I didn't know I started picking interest in it then.
Oh, okay.
Because that wasn't even what I studied in uni. So along the line, after uni, and then obviously trying to explore different opportunities. So I was like, okay, farming, and then I had a friend farming at the time. So I was like, yeah, farming wouldn't be such a bad idea because you can generate good revenue from farming as well. And then economically wise, it's good. And there are a lot of benefits from farming other than just digging the ground and putting a seed in the ground. So, and then why I chose cassava, because I was like, okay, for a startup, I didn't want something too complex.
But it's not like you started 20 hectares immediately, right?
Yeah,
Did you?
So there was this time, like a long time ago, I think I just finished uni. So I had an aunt, she came to me with a farming opportunity then, and like there was this farming that I was in. So I was like, okay, yeah, fine. Farming is good as well. You can make good stuff from farming. So that was when the interest started coming in, but I didn't follow up until years later.
Okay.
So I think then she told me about beans, but I was like, okay, beans is something that might be complex. And so yeah, so I just started little then. I didn't really put much interest in it. So it was after some time I was like, okay, I can actually do farming.
So you chose cassava?
Yes, I went for cassava.
So we want to talk about exploring opportunities in the cassava value chain, because one of the significance of this show is to make sure that we drive home the fact that, listen, in this agriculture sector, there are a lot and thousands of opportunities that youth can unearth. Now, talking about the agricultural value chain, cassava value chain, what are opportunities in this value chain and how can youth explore them?
So in the cassava value chain, youths can actually explore it in diverse means, in the sense that cassava now, these days, technology is moving fast with everything. There's nothing you don't infuse technology in medicine, in agriculture, in every industry, technology is being infused. So that's where youths come in, because clearly youths are the ones, like, they are more tech savvy, if we can say that. So they like to play with technology, and then so in the aspect of assisting farmers with drones, measuring the land mass, spraying fertilizers and pesticides. Yeah, so drones can be used and the youths can explore that aspect.
Okay.
and they can explore the marketing aspect as well.
Okay. So marketing is one.
Yeah, marketing is one. Then innovation, technology,
Innovation and
helping
technology.
farmers
is one.
out with, and then operation of machines as well.
Mm.
Yeah, so youth can explore. And then in food processing is another aspect that youth can explore, because obviously if you plant cassava, there's an end process to it.
Yeah.
That's not the finished process. So after planting, you harvest, and then food processing. So youth can come in
In the
and,
processing.
in the processing of the food. If they make more research and then educate themselves, or find means to attend seminars and all these things, which can help educate you and give you a leverage and inform you about agriculture and the food processing aspects. Like you can use it for gari, fufu. Cassava is widely needed, and the demand for cassava in our economy right now is huge. And the funny thing is that the demand is not just locally in Nigeria.
It's globally.
Yeah, it's global.
Nice.
So the demand for cassava is global, and is an aspect that youths can channel their energy into, because farming is very lucrative. And as much as people might think farming is a dirty business, it's actually an interesting business, because watching plants grow from when you just put a seed in the ground till it's big, and so
You know, I kind of get the sense of where you're coming from. It's such a wonderful growth.
farming
And when you
is
see the
very
work of your hands, and wow, it's producing. Now, I love the fact that you've mentioned the opportunities that are embedded in the agricultural value chain. But we have so many persons who have challenges. Like finance, I don't have the finance. Okay, I have this idea, but I don't have a land or something. What are some of the challenges that youth can come into when they want to go into the cassava processing or any agriculture at all, and what solutions are you preferring?
Finance generally is a major issue. So finance, land location, land selection, all these things are challenges that you might encounter. So farming generally is not something that you do on your own. So if you make your research, farming, you need to do your own research as well. So when you're doing your research as a youth, I believe you should want to educate yourself more, because you want to learn more, and then you want to grow higher, and then so you need to educate yourself. So when you do your research in farming, all these challenges, you find people, and then you learn to merge or work with people. So when you work with people, it makes all these challenges more manageable. You can manage them better, and then so you experience inland. I feel if the government, if they can provide more land allocation, more effective land allocation. So right now, it's not like there are no land allocation schemes. There are land allocation schemes, but I'm sure not everyone is aware of these opportunities. So if they can be put out there for youths to see, then obviously I'm sure more youths will be interested. And then talking about another challenge in farming generally is cattle grazing.
Is what?
Cattle grazing.
Cattle grazing.
Yes.
That's a big problem.
Yeah, it's a big problem. I'm sure every farmer experiences this. So yeah, if solutions, because obviously is a huge land mass, and then you can't fence it around. It doesn't seem so realistic, because it's just a wide space. So we always have cattle grazing and all of that stuff. So they might reduce the yield, your total yield at the end of the day. So that's another challenge as well. So these are the challenges.
Now let's go into technology. Charles, you know we live in a Gen Z generation, right? So now let's talk about how have you leveraged technology in your agriculture, in your agribusiness? Yes.
So leveraging technology in agriculture. For spraying, I used drones to spray rather than manual spraying. That's technology. Because it was faster, it was more effective, and then manual spraying, obviously they won't spray it the right quantity for everyone, and then so manual labor, they might say okay, they're tired at some point and then leave the rest. But if it's a drone, it just goes around and then it does everything. So youths that know how to operate drones and all those things. That's technology as well, infusing technology in agriculture. And then drones as well can be used to measure your total land mass, so you have a specific number that you know you are working with. So if you say your land proportion is 20 hectares or 5 plots, your drone can measure it accurately, and then so that's infusing technology as well in agriculture.
Awesome. You're doing amazingly well. So, but let's talk about nutrition and value addition, because it's important. So if we want to produce something, we have to know, okay, why are we producing this? What's the value addition it's giving? For cassava value chain, what's the value addition of the cassava value chain, and what are other byproducts that we can get from the cassava value chain?
So in the cassava value chain, in the food aspect, the nutrition aspect, cassava is good health-wise as well. And then for dietary options as well, for health-wise, cassava is rich in carbohydrates, for instance, and then other things as well, like vitamin C. So for cassava, you can get many food products from cassava, and the demand for cassava locally, because gari is what we eat so much.
Gari has been saving lives.
Yes, so you can't do without gari, and you don't need like to do any advert for gari, because it's something that is in constant demand, both locally and internationally, even abroad. Gari as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, in the UK you see a lot of shops that sell gari as well. So all these things, they are needed everywhere. So that's the value chain, when you know that these things, that it brings value to the economy, in the sense that it's needed. So you always have to, if you want to do gari, fufu, cassava flour, there are many foods that you can get from cassava.
Awesome. It's been a great time talking with you, Charles.
Thank you.
But before we leave the show today, I want you to tell our audience, what's one word you want to leave for the youth, the ones who are not encouraged to go into agriculture, now that you're in it? Come on, he doesn't even look like a farmer. So what's your advice for youth in agriculture?
So generally, agriculture is interesting. Agriculture is a very interesting field to go into. And then my advice is, agriculture requires patience. You need to be very patient with agriculture.
That's right.
It might not come out right at your first trial, but I promise you, if you keep trying it, you eventually get it right. So you have to stay consistent in agriculture. And then regardless of the financing difficulties and everything, you just have to stay consistent.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you.
Awesome. So it's been a great time on the LCFE Market Plus show today. Thank you so much for joining us. Now that's all we can take on LCFE Market Plus. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It doesn't end there. Turn on your notification button to always get updated whenever we have anything on the platform. Till I come your way next week, same time. Do have a lovely week. Bye for now.